Previously on Onboard Lifestyle, we explained why I've been keeping a low profile over the last few episodes. With Basic in a good place, it was the perfect opportunity to tackle the next round of my dental treatment. Over about a dozen appointments, I had all 4 wisdom teeth removed and was fitted for clear braces. With that complete, it was time for this crew to head towards the San Blas Islands. Let's pick things up at our first anchorage in a while, the historic Bahia de Portobelo.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
What a dreary day.
I know, it's going to be stormy today. But we have to get this done. Had a little, well, not an emergency.
No, we're just doing this preventative thing. So, Teal's taking me into town, and I'm going to catch the bus back to Cologne. It's going to be a 2-hour bus ride. So then I can go see the dentist, and then come back here this afternoon, or late afternoon.
This is our last opportunity to do this. That's why we're doing it this way. Once we leave this anchorage, we're gonna, well, I guess it's not impossible, but it goes from a bus ride to a custom trip, doesn't it?
Custom trip.
Well, what is that? You have to hire a driver.
Yeah.
Okay, let me pick up the speed here. We gotta get there. Your bus runs every 20 minutes, and here comes some more rain.
Oh, did you give me
The what? The umbrella's in there, yeah.
That was the most terrifying and funny experience ever. It took me about, actually not too bad. They said that it could take up to 2 hours to get here to Cologne. We're not quite in Cologne, we're just on the outskirts of it, so then I can take a taxi over to the dentist, but they do not have windshield wipers. It is torrential rain, and yeah, and that was a little scary, but I made it in one piece. Now I'm going to have about an hour to kill before my appointment, so I'm gonna go hang around here, maybe see if there's anything I can pick up, and then head over to the dentist's office. But oh my god. From there, I took a taxi ride that was like $1.25 over to the dentist's office. So all in all, not too bad. I'm so grateful for this dental clinic while we're here that Dr. Bamboo and her team of amazing dentists and orthodontists and everybody else has been able to take good care of us while we're here. This is a preventative work because I had some work done prior to leaving Shelter Bay Marina. She put a temporary in, and I felt like it was a little loose from, I'm sure, eating just in the last few days. So I messaged her and she said that she can fit me in last minute. They had some, let's just say, some excitement just last week. A car actually ran through the front of their office, which is terrible, but they were up and running after, gosh, 3 days.
Look at this. We're at the noon hour. It's dark in here. Schoolwork's going okay? Compass is like freaking out from all the rain. You're okay, buddy. Come here. Calm down. It's just rain. But yeah, it's coming down.
Okay, this is the lady that's gonna save me. Yes. She's gonna make my smile possible.
Of course. Look, we have new ones.
Oh, wow!
Because the other was
Smashed? Wow.
So I have to buy new ones.
This is amazing. Look at this. This is where the accident happened, and it's already back to normal.
We don't see this often. Look at this. On the 1 o'clock hour, 0 watts coming out of our solar panels. That's why this is the first time we've ever done this. We've kicked on our little generator. It's kind of interesting. This is new for us, this rainy season. I've never seen this before, ever.
And just like that, I'm done. So we're ready to head back and do the treacherous ride back to Portobelo. I was just telling Dr. Bamboo what it took to get here on a chicken bus or a Fiesta bus.
I'm so sorry for
No,
that.
it's so funny though. It's an experience.
Because it's raining, you know, here the bus is like something that you have to experience.
Yes, it is a fun experience. They're
Yeah, you have
very
to experience
nice.
that, of course.
Anyways, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Hope to see you soon.
Yes.
Have a nice trip.
Thank you. You guys, this is my taxi driver. Not only did he take me to the station, but he escorted me and told me where I need to go. Talk about perfect protection. I love this. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Got my seat in the front row so then we can kind of see where we're going, but otherwise we're just waiting, I'm sure, until the bus fills up a little bit more and then we'll head out. There's not quite a bus schedule. I think it's just as long as it's full, then they leave. So hopefully we fill up fast and we can get out of here and back on board. It'll probably take, I don't know, I'm thinking probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. It just depends on what the weather is and how flooded the streets are. In Portobelo, and it is driving down rain. I called Teal and it looks like our anchor was dragging, so he is getting that taken care of. In the meantime, I'm gonna go back to Francisco's place and just wait out this rain until it kind of lets up a little bit, and then hopefully Teal can come and get me. But man, what a day! There is like literally no shoulder, so you're just walking on the street, otherwise you're just drenched in puddles. Oh my god, talk about stressful. Hello!
Hello, how are you? Such a beautiful day, huh?
I know!
The sunny Bay of Portobelo.
Okay, I got my ride.
Yep.
The driver came to pick me up. And looks like you got a little wet.
Yeah, just a little bit. It's very rainy right now. Dad's on the boat, making sure that everything's okay.
You guys had a little excitement.
Yep. Got a big story to tell there, so you know.
This is a pretty picture. And you guys dealt with some crazy stuff.
Well, I'm going to quote somebody in the anchorage that actually helped us out. He said, "Shit hit the fan." I was off the boat. Lynn was coming back on her bus ride, and we had a little break between squalls, so I went into shore. As soon as I hit shore, all of a sudden another squall hit. And it was, well, what was it like?
It felt like the hurricane again, honestly. High winds, just like it was raining so hard I couldn't see shore.
And the problem was, earlier in the day, we hit 2 or 3 other squalls that spun us around a couple times. I think we flopped our anchor over, and we just started dragging. We drug right through the fleet, and what happened? We were dragging right next to Water Music.
Yeah, we were, and we were just super close to them, like seriously, like 7 feet away, maybe. And so they were trying to toss me lines, and that wasn't working out, and so.
I know. Thank God you let go.
Yeah.
So otherwise, you wouldn't have.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not falling in the water today. It was a terrible idea. So.
And it's coming down.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I was worried. I was on shore, and I thought, okay, if something's happening, Emma's going to call, and all of a sudden, bam, my phone starts ringing. I pick it up, and she's like, "We're dragging," and I'm like, click. I hang up, and I'm on it. I'm coming back. Yep. By the time I get back here, I couldn't even find the boat, honestly. It was coming down so hard. And so windy.
I was alone on the boat with just compass, and I was doing school when my dad went to shore to go pick up my mom. Then it started to rain really, really hard, and the wind picked up a ton.
I mean, my glasses were just, you couldn't see a thing.
Mm-hmm. The wind speeds got so strong that I went outside to go check on the shades because they were just flapping around so much that I thought they were going to shred. So I'm going outside and I'm holding on to all the shades, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to take them off by myself because I really thought that they were going to shred, and I didn't want to lose them or somehow fall off the boat. So as I was doing that, I realized that we were starting to drag anchor. So I immediately went inside and went to go turn on our communications, electronics, autopilot, and helm electronics. I then ran outside to turn off our generator so that I would be able to hear anything, and then ran up to the helm to try and turn on the engine.
I come up behind the boat finally.
Yep.
And I couldn't find it because we were like way over close to shore. I mean, we're 50 feet from this wreck over here.
And our friend was over here, and he was able to help. But
yeah, he jumped on board, and he was. So Emma did everything that she did perfectly.
We were dragging anchor so fast that we were halfway down the anchorage at this point. And so I was trying to turn on the engine, but at this point it just wasn't turning on, and I didn't know why.
We're pretty lucky because Emma just kept her cool.
The driving rain made visibility very, very difficult. You could barely see 20 feet around you. I didn't know how fast my dad would be able to get back because finding our boat in the storm across an entire bay would be hard, especially since our position had changed so much.
That's right, she did.
Turned on all the electronics, turned on the engines, and what was the worst part is when I'm jumping on board, I tie up the dinghy. I'm jumping on board. I'm heading right towards the engine because we're 50 feet from shore, or this wreck that we're drifting into.
And the whole time we were trying to start the engine.
But the engines were always started, but they couldn't hear it because it was so windy and so rainy that they didn't know the engines were started. And what happens is we have a little time delay on our alternators that don't kick on the RPMs for 45 seconds. So what they do is they turn them on, and they don't see the RPMs kicking on, so they couldn't even hear that the engines were running.
Yeah.
And so then they'd turn them off and turn them on, so it kept resetting that 45-second clock. So I get in here, they're like, the engines aren't working. I come running in, I'm looking at all the electronics. We made a mess inside here.
Yeah, it's just like soaking wet everywhere. We got a bunch of towels everywhere.
But turns out, I'm like, look at everything is just perfect. So I go run out, and I'm like, the engines are running. So I run forward to grab the anchor. Our buddy boat over here, I don't even know his name. I'm embarrassed. I don't even know his name. It was just like this blur. He was on Water Music. He grabbed the helm. Lynn was on shore trying. She didn't even know what's going on. Emma's now relaying information because we couldn't talk to each other because it was so loud. So Emma's running back and forth from me at the anchor back to him. I'm like, okay, neutral, forward, left, right, because Lynn and I have our own banter with hand signals, but you couldn't even see me up there.
But I was able to take the helm when you were anchoring. And
now we're re-anchored and
and now we're gonna start to try to decompress and dry out. Yeah. So I know it's an adrenaline rush for you two.
That has never happened.
No, we've never drug anchor.
The holding is so good here, and it was like when we first got here, we anchored, and then we said, no, let's scooch over about 100 feet to give this other boat some clearance. And man, we could not hardly get our anchor up. It was all a muddy bottom, and we just grabbed. I mean, I'm thinking there's no way we're ever going to move here.
I know, and that's when you get complacent, right? When you think that, no, there's no way.
Well, we've been here a couple days, and I've had
I know that,
anchor
but you know
going.
what I mean? It's that saying, it's like if you say, oh, it's never going to happen, it happens.
I'm just glad that I was on the boat and hadn't gone to shore with my dad earlier, because who knows what would have happened. We might have become one of the shipwrecks of Portobelo.
That was just an anomaly, and you did good.
All right, take a breath.
Oh, you're so
and
still.
So are you.
Take a breath and
Relax.
we'll reset and dry out.
Thanks for watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. A huge thanks goes out to our amazing patrons, whose generous support drives the production of our videos. Join our crew if you can. Well, I gotta say, that was exciting. I'm so proud that I was thrown into a critical situation, I kept my cool and made things happen. I just hope it's a while before I have to test my newfound confidence in my abilities. Come back next week where something else bad happens. And it's not with me. See you then!